Much for being here on time with us. I request all mobile telephones and all electronic gadgets to remain switched off or put onto silent mode from now onwards, please. If you wish to make any telephone calls, kindly step outside the auditorium. We do not wish any mobile ringtones to be going off in the hall during the proceedings of the Foundation Day celebrations or the speeches, please. So please put your telephones on switch off mode, or if you need to see what calls are coming in, kindly put them on silent mode. But please do not take telephone calls in the auditorium. Thank you very much for your kind attention. For our distinguished special invitees who are here today, may I request you to kindly follow the next few announcements. As a security drill and an emergency measure for all public places of New Delhi, we need to tell you the fire exits in case of emergency. We have 2 fire exits at the back on the rear door and 2 on the sides. In case of an emergency, God forbid, kindly do leave the hall in single queue system only. This is for all security requirements for you, ladies and gentlemen. You need to know where the fire exits are in case of any emergency. This is an announcement made for all public places of New Delhi. You have 2 fire exits at the back and 2 on the sides. Kindly do leave the hall in single queue system only in case of any emergency. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for being here on time. We should be commencing the function the moment our distinguished dignitaries arrive. And I also request all mobile telephones and all electronic gadgets should remain switched off or put onto silent mode from now onwards, please. Thank you. Necessity of good financial backing for the progress of the nation established Vijaya Bank in 1931. We also pay rich tribute to Sri Mulki Sudhir Ram Shetty, the architect of modern Vijaya Bank, under whose leadership the bank grew in leaps and bounds. The chairman and managing director of Vijaya Bank, Mr. Upendra Kamath, and the executive director, Mrs. Subbalakshmi Panse, are now paying floral tributes to our great leaders. Thank you very much. Our distinguished dignitaries will be arriving very shortly. May I request everyone in the hall to kindly remain seated with their mobile telephones and electronic gadgets switched off. For the benefit of all those who've just entered the Stein Auditorium, there's a security requirement for all public places of New Delhi to give you the emergency exits in case of any emergency. There are 2 fire exits at the rear and 2 on the sides. In case of any emergency, please leave in single queue system only. Thank you very much for your kind attention, and we will be starting the Foundation's Day celebrations in just a short while from now. Ladies and gentlemen, our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Pranab Mukherjee, Honorable Finance Minister of India. I call this function to order. May I request the exit doors to remain closed, please. Mobile telephones to remain switched off, please. Namaskar, good morning and Swagatam. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the privilege of having here with us as our Honorable Chief Guest, Honorable Finance Minister of India, Dr. Pranab Mukherjee. He is accompanied by Shri Namo Narayan Meena, Honorable Minister of State for Finance, Shri Rakesh Singh, Additional Secretary, Department of Financial Services, our Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. H.S. Upendra Kamath, and our Executive Director, Srimati Shubhalakshmi Panse, who have just arrived and join us on stage. Today is indeed a historic day, or shall we say, a red letter day, in the 81 years history of the bank. Vijaya Bank, a small man's bank that has leapfrogged into the league of pan-India presence. Ladies and gentlemen, it is quite heartening that the dreams nurtured by the bank's founding fathers are slowly but surely fructifying into reality as we see the bank often breaking new grounds. 12,500 strong Vijayas and their total commitment have a lot to do with the bank's continued success. As all of you are aware, we are gathered here on yet another momentous occasion in the history of Vijaya Bank, where we are celebrating the 81st Founders' Day celebrations. As you know, Vijaya Bank is a household name in the country mainly because of the warm and its personalized services. In order to set the right ambience and atmosphere for an auspicious beginning, we now request the rendering of the invocation song, the Ganesh Vandana, followed by the Saraswati Vandana, where we invoke Ganesh, the Lord of prosperity and success, to bless and guide us for the success of what we are about to undertake.
Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvighna Kuru me deva Sarvakareshu Sarvada Saraswati Mata ho Varadai Saraswati Mata ho Varadai Brahma Vishnu ki tohe duhai Brahma Vishnu ki tohe duhai tu gunagata main gun chahi rag rang gun de adhikari Saraswati Mata ho Varadai Saraswati Mata ho Varadai Sacha vachan mile ab mai puja karat rahu sukhdai vicha sabhagi rahu sahai vicha sabhagi rahu sahai deta dohe ab Ram duhai Saraswati Mata ho Varadai Saraswati Mata ho Varadai ho Varadai ho Varadai.
Thank you very much, ladies, for the delightful recital, the rhythms of which have ushered in the right fervor and the atmosphere to proceed with the function. I now have the privilege, ladies and gentlemen, in requesting the Chairman and Managing Director of the Bank to kindly welcome our distinguished dignitaries with the traditional Mysore silk petas and silk angavastrams and the floral bouquet to enrich our Vijaya Bank Vijaya's ethos. I request them to kindly be presented to our Honourable Chief Guest, Honourable Finance Minister of India, Dr. Pranab Mukherjee, please. I now request you, sir, to kindly present the traditional Mysore silk peta, silk angavastram and the floral bouquet to Honorable Minister of State for Finance, Mr. Namo Narayan Meena, and welcome him to our function, please. And I request you to kindly present them to Mr. Rakesh Singh, Additional Secretary, Department of Financial Services, Government of India, and welcome him to our function, please. Thank you very much, our Chairman and Managing Director, for doing the honours. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the privilege in requesting our Honourable Chief Guest, the Honourable Finance Minister, to kindly light the traditional lamp, accompanied by Mr. Namo Narayan Meena, Honourable Minister of State for Finance, Mr. Rakesh Singh, Additional Secretary, Department of Financial Services, our Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. H.S. Upendra Kamath, and our Executive Director, Srimati Subbalakshmi Panse, to mark the beginning of the celebration. The diya, when lit, emits light, derives energy. It is this very energy which is the life force which sustains us. Each wick being lit is passed from one to another, symbolizing the sharing of knowledge. Each wick being lit today is a prayer for global peace and solidarity. Thank you very much, Honourable Chief Guest. Thank you very much, distinguished dignitaries, for lighting our beautiful traditional lamp and formally inaugurating our Foundation Day celebrations. I now have the privilege in requesting our Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. H.S. Upendra Kamath, to kindly address the gathering with his welcome address, please.
Honorable Minister of Finance, Government of India, Sri Pranab Mukherjee Sir, Honorable Minister of State for Finance, Government of India, Sri Namo Narayan Meena ji, Respected Additional Secretary, Ministry of Finance, Government of India, Sri Rakesh Singh ji, officials from the Ministry of Finance, Honorable members on Vijaya Bank's board, officials from Reserve Bank of India, Chairman and top executives of other banks, esteemed clients of Vijaya Bank, friends from the print and the electronic media, other dignitaries, dear Vijayis, ladies and gentlemen. It's a matter of proud privilege for me to stand before you to propose welcome address on this momentous occasion of Vijaya Bank completing 80 years of its fruitful existence and dedicated service to the nation and its people. The seeds of this great organization were sown by farmers of the Dakshina Kannada district of Karnataka state. A group of enlightened farmers in the state of Karnataka who joined together under the dynamic leadership of the freedom fighter and social activist Sri Attavar Balakrishna Shetty and founded Vijaya Bank on the auspicious Vijayadashami day on 23rd October 1931. Our bank is the youngest of 5 commercial banks that originated from the district of Dakshina Kannada, which is known popularly as the cradle of Indian banking. The initial objective of the bank was to ameliorate the hardships faced by farmers and villagers in getting finance for their activities and also to inculcate in them the habit of thrift. Vijaya Bank became a scheduled bank in the year 1958 and embarked upon a phase of consolidation and mergers to strengthen its position. Then came the phase of rapid expansion under another dynamic leader, Sri Mulki Sundaram Shetty, whom we Vijayis respectfully remember alongside our founder chairman. Post-nationalization in April 1980, our bank pursued the objectives of nationalization with renewed vigor. Government policies were implemented with gusto in areas of agriculture, rural employment, poverty alleviation, technology absorption, etc. We are one of the early few banks to declare 100% core banking solution offering anywhere banking in the country. Today we are 1,200 branch strong with a dedicated workforce exceeding 12,000, having a total business mix in excess of rupees 1,32,000 crores. We have products and services to offer in every area and every gamut of banking and financial services to all sections of society. We are fulfilling the noble responsibility of taking banking to the doorsteps of Aam Aadmi by way of financial inclusion. It is indeed an exciting journey of Vijaya Bank for the last 80 years, and today is the momentous occasion not only to rejoice but to carry forward the momentum. We plan to launch today 40 branches, 80 ATMs, 4 urban microfinance branches, adoption of 8 villages, opening of 8 rural health care centers, 8 rural bus shelters, adoption of 8 girl students for education till graduation, and setting up of a computer training center at Mangalore, the birthplace of our bank, for the benefit of underprivileged from rural areas. These are but a few CSR responsibility initiatives which the bank is about to launch today at the hands of our most respected Finance Minister. We are really fortunate to have the august presence of Honorable Minister of Finance, Sri Pranab Mukherjee sir, to launch these initiatives. It's a happy coincidence that it was he who declared open the new head office building of our bank at Bangalore on 26th October 1984. I, on behalf of Vijaya Bank and its board, sir, extend to you a warm welcome to this function. I also take this opportunity to extend a warm and hearty welcome to the Minister of State for Finance, Sri Namonarayan Meenaji, to this function. My heartiest welcome to Additional Secretary Sri Rakesh Singh Ji to this function. Also a warm welcome to the honorable members who are on our board. I also extend a warm welcome to the officials of Ministry of Finance, Reserve Bank of India, and other government officials of the Government of India, top executives of other banks, corporates and PSUs, friends from the media, and above all the esteemed clients of Vijaya Bank, and also to my Vijayi colleagues. To this function, welcome to each one of you once again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your wonderful welcome address and for your aspiration towards Vijaya Bank, which we look forward from all Vijayis to collectively translate the aspiration into reality and success. I now request our Honourable Chief Guest, our Honourable Finance Minister, to inaugurate and dedicate to the nation 40 new branches, 80 new ATMs, 4 urban microfinance branches, 8 village adoption centers, 8 rural healthcare centers, 8 rural bus shelters, and 1 computer training center for the rural underprivileged. With this memorable event, Vijaya Bank has crossed yet another milestone in its quest to reach out to the people, taking the balanced scorecard from 1,200 branches to 1,240 branches and 563 ATMs and 643 ATMs. With the launch, we rededicate ourselves to explore every opportunity whereby customer service can be improved. We wish to thank our Honourable Chief Guest, Honourable Finance Minister, for doing the honours of releasing this on this occasion. It is now my privilege, ladies and gentlemen, in requesting Mr. Namo Narayan Meena, Honourable Minister of State for Finance, to kindly address our distinguished gathering, please.
Honorable Finance Minister, Government of India, Sri Pranab Mukherjee ji, Mr. Rakesh Singh, Additional Secretary, Banking, Sri H.S. Upendra Kamath, CMD of the Bank, Srimati Subhalakshmi Pense, Executive Director of the Bank, Directors of the Bank, friends from media, ladies and gentlemen. I am very happy to be here today in connection with the 81st Foundation Day celebrations of Vijaya Bank. To commemorate this occasion, the bank has taken several initiatives by opening branches and ATMs and by providing other banking facilities to the customers and the general public. I congratulate to the entire Vijaya Bank family for that. Vijaya Bank, born on the auspicious Vijayadashmi Day on 23rd October 1931, and hence its name is Vijaya, which means victory. It is indeed remarkable that the bank has completed 80 years of fruitful service to its customers and is stepping into the 81st year on this day. Since its nationalization in the year 1980, the total business of the bank with 578 branches has increased from rupees 682 crores to rupees 1,32,000 crore with 1,240 branches. Vijaya Bank is one of the early banks to have introduced core banking solution in all its branches, offering almost all the tech-savvy products and services to its customers, such as mobile banking, internet banking, online trading, SMS alerts, money transfers through RTGS and NEFT. The bank has also one of the robust risk management system, which is the need of the hour. Vijaya Bank has been giving greater thrust on technological upgradation in all its operations and entering several new areas such as credit card, merchant banking, hire purchase and leasing, and electronic remittance services. It is one among the few banks in the country to take up principal membership of the Visa International and MasterCard International. Low-income Indian households often are required to borrow from friends, family or money lenders to meet their credit needs. They have little awareness and access for financial products from formal banking systems. Financial inclusion, therefore, has become one of the most critical aspects in the context of inclusive growth and development. Mainstream financial institutions such as banks have an important role to play in this effort, not only as a social obligation, but as a business proposition. Vijaya Bank has covered more than 65% villages against the overall target to cover 408 villages by March 2012 under the financial inclusion plan, and opened about 31 lakh smart card accounts. Vijaya Bank has also introduced new deposit schemes called Vijaya Smart Savings Account and No Frill Account, which aims at taking the bank to the doorsteps to the clients in rural areas through business correspondence. On this occasion, I take the opportunity to applaud the achievements of the bank and wish the management and the dedicated workforce the very best in the days to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for an inspiring address that he enabled us to gain a better understanding of banking and economy. Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the privilege and the honor in inviting our honorable chief guest of today's function, our honorable Finance Minister of India, Dr. Pranab Mukherjee, to kindly deliver his inaugural address on this occasion.
Very good morning to all of you. Mr. H.A. Supendra Kamath, Chairman and Managing Director, Vijaya Bank. My distinguished colleague, Sri Namanarayan Meena, Sri Rakesh Sinha, Additional Secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Banking. Srimati Shubha Lakshmi, Executive Director, Vijaya Bank, members of the Board of Directors, members of the Vijaya Bank family, ladies and gentlemen. It's always a pleasure to share our joy when we assemble at a particular date, which is described as the Foundation Day in case of the organization and institution, birthday in case of individuals. Foundation Day of an organization provides us an opportunity to look back from where we started, to reflect what we are today and where, and also to the future, what we achieve to, and what is our goal, which we would like to reach in specified time. This organization, which started 80 years ago, and when we are assembled on the 81st Foundation Day of this organization, we can feel happy about the achievement which we have. 1969, in the month of July, 14 scheduled commercial banks were nationalized at the initiative of the then Prime Minister, Srimati Indira Gandhi. 11 years later, again when she was Prime Minister, another list of banks who qualified by that time to be nationalized were brought within the family of the public sector banks. Vijaya Bank is one of them, included in the second phase of nationalization. Today, we can surely feel satisfied that yes, we have achieved some success. We have reached the milestone which was set before us by its illustrious founder, Sri Attavara Balakrishnan Shetty, and professionally nurtured by Sri Mulki Sundar Ram Shetty. Youngest of the main banks, having their origin in the South Kannada district, which is known as the cradle of Indian banking industry. Today, the bank is one of the successful, forward-looking public sector bank with a total business of over rupees 1,32,000 crores. The present global economic developments, and more particularly the sovereign debt crisis of Europe, has once again brought into focus the need to better coordination between monetary and fiscal policies towards improving overall economic stability and growth. In recent times, global financial markets have been troubled by the perceptions of inadequate solutions to the euro area sovereign debt problem, exposure of banks to euro area's sovereign debt, and renewed fears of a recession. Global recovery will also be affected to some extent by some of the fiscal consolidation measures being taken in some of the advanced countries. In that context, I congratulate the Indian banking community for their vigilance, prudence, and appropriate control, and to restrain themselves to expose to the greed of making quick money. That's why when the other countries' banking institutions are required to be provided with crutch, Indian banking industry stand on its feet firmly and look ahead without any hesitation. The public sector banks have played a very crucial role in shaping the growth of this country. They constitute over 72% of the banking sector assets, and also it is pertinent to point out here that the concept of the financial inclusion had its origin at least 35 years ago, when regional rural banks, RRBs, were established throughout the country. In 1975, 2nd October, we began with a small number of 5 regional rural banks to provide institutional credit to the multitude of the rural population, and it has assumed new dimension. Even after amalgamation, today the number of RRBs are more than 80. Total number of branches has also increased substantially from 8,000 in 1969, when the nationalization of 14 banks took place, today to more than 87,000 branches all over the country. From any standard, any indication, branch expansion, deposit mobilization, credit disbursement, reduction of NPA, Indian Bank is trying to come up to the expectation. When we talk of the inclusive growth, we remember that economic growth is meant for all. People have waited too long. They are impatient. In fact, the biggest challenge before the policymaker of the country today is to deal with young, vibrant, and at the same time restless India. 120 plus crore people of this great country, most of which are young. They are restless, but at the same time they are ready to be engaged, and it is the job of the policymakers to keep them engaged, to skill them. In the next 30 years, we are to provide 800 million quality jobs, and we are to equally provide 800 million skilled manpower. Prime Minister has rightly chosen to fix the target of 500 million skilled manpower in the next 20 years. To meet this requirement through the National Skill Development Program. There comes the questions of inclusive growth. There comes the question of extending the banking facilities to the vast multitude of the population who are still outside the banking system. I congratulate Vijaya Bank, its officers and staff who have done good job. By pressing the button today, we have opened 40 branches, 80 ATMs, adopted 8 villages, adopted some girls, opened computer centers to reflect the corporate social responsibility, and also how banks are sensitive to the need of extending banking facilities to achieve the objective of inclusive growth. When I indicated in my budget speech 2 years ago that we would like to provide the banking facilities to the hamlets having 2,000 population, I am glad banking community responded very positively. 73,000 such unbanked villages have been identified. They have taken steps to provide the banking facilities, not necessarily with a brick and mortar branch, but through various innovative means, including mobile banking system, and many others, business correspondent, but to provide the banking facilities to 73 such unbanked hamlets having 2,000 or more population. And I am assured by the banking community, already much progress has been done, and by 31st March 2012, we will be able to achieve this target. In this connection, I am glad to note here that Vijaya Bank has already covered 281 villages under the financial inclusion plan, compared to the overall target to cover 408 villages by March 2012, and has opened about 1.31 lakh smart card accounts. On this occasion of 81st Foundation Day of Vijaya Bank, I wish you all success, Godspeed, and please remember, future is awaiting for you. Move ahead, capture it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chief Guest, for a most inspiring, a very motivating address, for capturing our dreams and move ahead in the future. I now request our Chairman and Managing Director to kindly present mementos to our distinguished dignitaries on the stage as a token of our appreciation. A memento goes to our Honorable Chief Guest, our Honorable Finance Minister of India, Dr. Pranab Mukherjee. Thank you very much, sir, for being here with us and for gracing our occasion. Memento will now go to our Honorable Minister of State for Finance, Mr. Narayan Meena. Thank you very much, sir, for being here with us and for gracing our Foundation Day celebration. And a memento will now be presented to Mr. Rakesh Singh, Additional Secretary in the Department of Financial Services, Government of India. Thank you very much, sir, for being here with us. Thank you, Chairman and Managing Director, for doing the honours. I now request our Executive Director, Srimati Subbalakshmi Panse, to kindly propose a vote of thanks, please.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning. Today on this momentous occasion where we witnessed creation of history by opening 40 branches and 80 ATMs on a single day for Vijaya Bank, I consider it my proud privilege to propose vote of thanks, which is a very poignant moment for all of us Vijayis. We in India have witnessed unprecedented growth under the able leadership of our present Finance Minister, Honorable Shri Pranab Mukherjee ji. As we all know, he is playing a key role in dealing with tremendous challenges on the economic front on day-to-day basis. In spite of such pressures on his time, he has been kind enough to spare time to be the chief guest for our 81st Foundation Day celebrations today and guide us. I, on behalf of all the Vijayis, am deeply thankful to you, sir. Thank you so much. Similarly, during these turbulent times, our Minister of State, Honorable Shri Narayan Meena ji, is very ably supporting the Honorable Finance Minister in steering the Indian economy in the right direction. Sir, I on behalf of all the Vijayis am deeply thankful for sparing the time and guiding us on this momentous occasion. Thank you so much, sir. Banks play a major role in leading stability to the Indian economy, and during these challenging times, Additional Secretary, Financial Services Banking Division, Mr. Rakesh Singh, is very effectively guiding all the banks with his vision and pragmatism. Sir, we Vijayis are immensely grateful to you for finding time from your tight schedule and gracing the function. Thank you so much, sir. Any organization can take giant strides on the growth path of progress only under the able leadership. And we Vijayis are very lucky and proud to have Chairman and Managing Director Mr. Kamath Sir as a very effective leader who with his wisdom and business acumen is ensuring that Vijaya Bank not only achieves but surpasses the said business objectives. Sir, we Vijayis are eternally thankful to you for your guidance and support. Thank you so much, sir. I also take this opportunity to thank our Board of Directors for their continued guidance and support, RBI officials, Ministry of Finance officials, and well-wishers and fellow bankers, media persons, and most important, our dear customers, whose continued support has been responsible for our sustained growth over the years. Last but not the least, I thank all the Vijayis because of whose hard work and dedication we have been able to achieve these set objectives to celebrate our 81st Founders Day in such a grand style. I also thank profoundly all those who are associated with today's function. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for proposing a vote of thanks. Our Honourable Finance Minister has to unfortunately leave us, so kindly be remaining in your places. Keep the aisle passages free, please, so that he can leave without any congestion. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our Honourable Chief Guest a warm round of applause as he leaves the auditorium. Honourable Minister of State, Mr. Namonarayan Meena, and Additional Secretary as they leave the auditorium. Kindly remain in your places, please, ladies and gentlemen. The program continues in just a short while from now. Kindly remain seated, please, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just take a couple of minutes to just clear the stage. Just a couple of minutes, please.